The far right activist Tommy Robinson left his Muslim opponent speechless at the Oxford Union debate, and the topic of that debate was related to Islam and the suspicion of the Western world. And Tommy Robinson appeared to be very prepared, and he cited examples and he cited sources from conservative writers and conservative interpreters who have interpreted the religion in a way that it has become very difficult for anyone who tries to defend Islam or allegations that are leveled against the religion. For instance, he raised the question of Hazrat Aisha's age, and it's very unfortunate that vast majority of Muslim does believe that Hazrat Aisha was 6 at the time of marriage contract, and when she went to the Prophet Muhammad's home, she was 9 years old. Although there are quite a few sources that clearly indicate that it was not the case, especially Nilofer Ahmad Sahiba and other researchers have written about it, arguing that there is only one tradition coming from Hisham, and he is the single narrator. And then she has given, Nilofer Sahiba has written a lot about it, and she has also cited three scholars, Umar Ahmad Usmani and two more scholars. And she has also talked about the mental condition or mental health of Hisham bin uh, Arwa, who is the main narrator of this hadith that Hazrat Aisha was 6 year old, and when she went to Prophet's Muhammad's home, she was 19 years old. And Tommy Robinson, of course, has used this popular narrative of 6 year and 9 years and raising serious questions about it, and in a way defaming Islam and the religion, casting aspersion on Prophet Muhammad's life. Now, Nilofer Sahiba has made a very interesting point about it, about Hasham bin Arwa, who has said that Hazrat Aisha was only 6 years old. She wrote, Hasham bin Arwa is the main narrator of this hadith. His life is divided into two periods. In 131 Hijri, the Medina period ended and the Iraqi period started when Hasham was 71 years old. Hafiz Zahabi has spoken about Hisham's loss of memory in the later period. It means that when he was in Iraq, his memory did not work, and this is when he quoted this hadith. His students in Medina, Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifa, do not mention his hadith. Imam Malik and the people of Medina criticized him for his Iraqi hadiths. All the narrators of this hadith are Iraqis who had heard it from Hasham. Allama Kandalvi says that the words spoken in connection with Hazrat Aisha's age were Tisa Ashara, meaning 19, when Hasham only heard or remembered Tisa, meaning 9. Maulana Usmani thinks this change was purposely and maliciously made later. Historian Ibn Ishaq in his Siratul Rasulullah has given a list of the people who accepted Islam in the first year of the proclamation of Islam, in which Hazrat Aisha's name is mentioned as Abu Bakr's little daughter Aisha. If we accept Hisham's calculation, she was not even born at that time. Sometime after the death of Prophet's wife, Hazrat Khadija, Khola suggested to the Prophet that he get married again to a Bikran, referring to Hazrat Aisha Musnad Ahmad. In Arabic, Bikran is used for an unmarried girl who has crossed the age of puberty and is of marriageable age. The word cannot be used for a 6 year old girl. Some scholars think that Hazrat Aisha was married off so early because in Arabia girls mature at an early age. But this was not a common custom of the Arabs at that time. According to Allama Kandhalvi, there is no such case on record either or after Islam. neither has this ever been promoted as a sunnah of the Prophet. The Prophet married off his daughters Fatima at 21 and another daughter of Prophet Muhammad, Ruqayya, she was married at 23. Besides, Hazrat Abu Bakr, Aisha's father, married off his eldest daughter Asma at the age of 26. Hazrat Aisha narrates that she was present on the battlefield at the Battle of Badr. This leads one to conclude that Hazrat Aisha moved into Prophet's house in 1 Hijri, but a 9-year old could not have taken on a rough and risky military mission. In 2 Hijri, the Prophet refused to take boys of less than 15 years of age to the Battle of Uhud. Would he have allowed a 10-year-old girl to accompany him? But Anas reported that he saw Aisha and Sulaim carrying got skin full of water and serving it to the soldiers, according to Bukhari tradition. Sulaim and Ammara, the other women present at Uhud, were both strong, mature women whose duties were the lifting of dead and injured, treating their wounds, carrying water in heavy goat skins, supplying ammunition, and even taking up the sword. Hazrat Aisha used the kunyat, the title derived from the name of a child of Abdullah after her nephew and adopted son. If she was 6 when her nikah was performed, she would have been only 8 years his senior, hardly making him eligible for adoption. Also, a little girl could not have given up on ever having her own child and used an adopted child's name for her kunyat. Hazrat Aisha's nephew Arwa once remarked that he was not surprised about her amazing knowledge of Islamic law, poetry, history, because she was the wife of Prophet and the daughter of Abu Bakr. If she was 8 when her father migrated, when did she learn poetry and history from him? There is consensus that Hazrat Aisha was 10 years younger than her elder sister Asma, whose age at the time of Hijrah or migration to Medina was about 28. It can be concluded that Hazrat Aisha was 18 years old at migration. On her moving to Prophet's house, she was a young woman at 21. Hisham is the single narrator of the hadith whose authenticity is challenged, for it does not correlate with many historical facts. But unfortunately, many conservative Muslim and rather the vast majority of Muslim believed that Hazrat Aisha was 6 years old. So if Muslim keep on insisting that she was 6 years old and when she went to Prophet Muhammad's home, she was 9 years old, naturally it will provide an opportunity to people like Tommy Robinson to raise serious questions over uh, over religion and the followers as well. And they would definitely argue that Islam or principles of Islam are something that are not compatible with Western uh, civilization or Western democracy, liberal democracy, or Western values, because here marrying an underage girl is a sort of crime in many Western countries, and it cannot be approved uh, by any standard. So it's very important. Why is it so? And this is not the one case. He also talked about Banu Qurayza, and again, many fundamentalist Muslim have taken the example of Banu Qurayza. Although the people of Banu Qurayza, the Jewish tribe, they had entered into an agreement that had obliged them to support Muslim in case of any attack, but they were in reality trying to strike a clandestine deal with the Meccans, and they had themselves accepted severe punishment when they were making an agreement with Muslims before this war erupted, that in case they renege on their promises, they would have to face terrible consequences. So they were signatories to that particular agreement. And then they chose Saad ibn Mas, whose ancestry, at least from mother's side, was Jewish. And it was he who decided, the punishment. There are also historians who believe that this was the tradition. This was not Islamic in that sense, because it was in the traditions of the Arabs, that during the war, if you betray, then you would have to face very severe penalties. You can disagree with them, but this was the tradition. So Islam merely incorporated those traditions. In the same way, over the issue of gay, he also raised questions. Tommy Robinson also raised question about gay, claiming that Islam says that gays should be killed. And of course, again, there is no verse in the Holy Quran that says that, but there are fundamentalist Muslim who believe this thing. And Tommy Robinson uh, mentioned, a number of Muslim countries, most of them following a conservative interpretation of Islam, and having punishment, according to Tommy Robinson, in their legal system for anyone who is gay. While if entire humanity is the offspring of Adam and Eve, so we all have equal right without regard to our sexual orientation, one could argue. In the same way, he also talked about some inhuman punishment which conservative Muslim uh, firmly believe should be carried out. And he also talked about some other Islamic punishment which many historian might argue were in reality tribal punishment, and they may not uh, be implemented in modern time, because punishments and sentences, they keep on changing. Like just a few decades ago, or maybe 100 years ago, war prisoners would be executed before the emergence of Red Cross and international laws, but it cannot be done any longer because of the changing of laws. So if Muslims really want to defend their religion, they cannot do so by adhering to a conservative interpretation of Islam that does talk about reducing the rights of the minorities, uh, punishing those who may have different sexual orientation. And so it is important that we revise the interpretation of religion, and offer an interpretation of our religion that is close to humanity and principles of international law.